Welcome to the Bushido Gang. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Attack on Samurott, bringing you all another Pokemon Showdown live for y'all today. It's Monday, so start of the week, and it also means some old gens. So, gonna be playing some GSC. I'm gonna take this GSC live a little slow, because I actually feel like I haven't been doing very well in GSC, so I just kind of want to have like a restart, basically. So, gonna have a restart for GSC, and I'm not saying that I'm like restarting on the light or anything. I'm not doing that, but basically, I just want to take my games as slow as possible because I realized that over the past couple of I realized that recently the way I've been playing GSC, I've been playing it very fast, like extremely fast, like compared to how I play in like other gens, like in I guess Gen 8 for example, how I play more like fast in that meta. Before I used to take GSC a little bit more slowly, but I don't know what happened, but I just kind of went too fast in the metagame, and that ended up making me lose track of what was actually going on in GSC, or at least in my GSC games. So we're gonna take things slow, and we're gonna have a restart. So the team I'm gonna be using for this live is gonna be a team I used for the league I was in, PPL, or Pokemon Perfect League. So I'm gonna use the team, or one of the teams I had used in that league. So we're gonna use this one right here. I used against a player known as Oibaf. We're gonna take this one very slow and just try and play a little bit more. Or I mean, at least I want to play, what's the word? Methodically, I guess. I don't think methodically is the right word. I think it's like, I just want to play like by steps. That's what I mean to say. So before we get started with this one, please make sure to leave a like and comment on the video. Let me know what your favorite rock type is. Do you like Golem? Do you like Tyranitar? Rhydon? I would like to know that in the comments below. So anyways, let's dive in and let's get some GSC games. So again, the reason why I wanted to take these games a little slowly is because, again, the way how I've been playing GSC recently, it has just not been that great. Like, I've been playing terribly compared to like months ago. So especially when I was playing for what's it called, for PPO, I was not a very good teammate. At least at least in terms of actually getting wins, contributing to the team. I didn't really do a whole lot besides make teams for the RBY guys. But besides that, I felt kind of like I don't know, I felt kind of like a liability. So I want to make sure that, I take my time with this metagame again and just, reset myself. So we have Aerodactyl versus Snorlax. This is not a typical lead. This is not like a typical thing you see. Aerodactyl isn't really that great in GSC, at least to my knowledge. I actually tried it once on a Baton Pass team I just made for fun. When I played against, I think I actually used a team against Cherry one time. But yeah, Aerodactyl isn't really like a typical Mon, so I'm not really sure what my opponent's doing. I mean, they are low, as you can see. They're like this range, but even so, there are people that are on ults that know what they're doing. So, and I've ran into people like that are also low, but they know how to play well. So, we fight some ults. Well, I can't really do too much about that. So, the idea of this team is basically Paraspam. It's Paraspam to help out the slow ground types for the team. So Rhydon and Steelix are kind of like my go-to electric immunities, since Steelix can take on Raikou and even Rhydon. But Rhydon actually has a much better time against like Zapdos, for example. Like, it does better against Zapdos, while Steelix is better against Raikou. So they both kind of like have their role. But Rhydon's more of like a late game Mon, so we want to keep that Mon in the back once the waters have been taken care of. So anyways, again, Aerodactyl is not a typical lead you'd see. But I don't really know the skill level of my opponent. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a double edge and see what they do. They go for substitute. That doesn't really say too much. It also, okay, they are lefties as well. So I'm not sure what this Aerodactyl is going to do. I think Aerodactyl actually gets Fire Blast or something. So I would like to go into Steelix, but I don't think that's really the right play. I don't think Aerodactyl gets Earthquake, so the best thing you could do is probably HP Ground. But let me just do some calcing or just check real quick and see what Aerodactyl can do or what moves it gets. It does get Fire Blast, it does get EQ, so I can't exactly switch into switch into like Snorlax or, well, not really Snorlax, but like switch into anything else that well. If anything, I'll probably just keep subbing and maybe go for like Ancient Power, since I think Aerodactyl does get Ancient Power in this gen. So what I'm going to do is just going to keep going for the Double Edge, because if he does try to Ancient Power and try and get some boost, we can still force him out with Steelix or with Rhydon. So I feel confident going for Double Edge again. He goes Steelix, that's fine. I can go into Cloyster here pretty safely, because the only thing this Steelix can do is probably go for like Curse or maybe Earthquake. That doesn't really bother me too much. So I can get my spikes here pretty safely. He does go for a Curse. I think spikes are still fine. I don't know if he'll stay in, but again, I'm not gonna I don't know the level of my opponent. So he goes into Cloyster. So what I'm gonna do is go for a Toxic here. If he does win the speed side, which he doesn't, he's gonna go for a spike there. What I can do now is probably go into Gengar in case he wants to Toxic me back. I think that's pretty safe, and I can also thief him as well. So Gar's job here, okay, he does go for a Surf, that's fine. Definitely think that Thief is fine here, so I'll just go for a Thief. Again, very odd team from my opponent. I'm not really too sure what to think about this. But I definitely feel confident going for a Thief. So let's just see what my opponent does after this. By the way, how are y'all doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. Again, as I'm recording, it is like a Monday afternoon. So you guys should probably see this vid a little bit later in the... Okay, they have Ice Beam. I don't... Okay, Ice Beam is something you definitely don't see on Cloyster. That's more like an ADV kind of thing. So it also could just mean that this is just offensive. So I could go for the Thunder, where I could just go back into Cloyster and then probably like try to play around that. Since the only thing since it seems to be like Boom maybe, so it might just be Boom Cloyster. And it's gonna be a speed tie though. I don't know if I really want to risk it. But if I knock this out with Thunder right now, I don't have to deal with it anymore. I'll risk it. We actually do manage to kill the Cloyster, so that's great. Don't have to deal with that anymore. And now what they can do is probably go into Steelix or even go back into Arrow. Which at that point we could probably just go into Steelix right now. Actually no, Cloyster's still fine. Earthquake will probably do like 20% ish. Slide won't do that much. We could just surf it. So I feel pretty confident going back into Cloyster as they go for the Earthquake. Again, doing 18%, so that's really not a lot of damage there. Slide will do around 40, but we should still be okay to take the hit anyway. Actually, I don't think it does get Slide in this gen. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't get Slide, so it would have like HP Rock. And I don't think HP Rock will do a lot. Or they have Ancient Power, which again is also likely. So I'll just surf here. They go on the Lax. Okay, I'm not too sure what that's going to do. I think I'll just go into Steelix here and just phase it. I could also Toxic as well, which could help me. But again, Snorlax usually runs Recovery. So it's probably safer for me to go back into Steelix and just phase it. So I'm just going to do that and see what they do. They go into Mischievous. Okay, now I really don't know what's going on here, because Mischievous is more like a mon you see on Stall. So again, it's a very playing on the low ladder is also very dangerous, because you never know what could be down here. Mischievous, I think the only thing it could do is go for like Hypnosis or something. So I don't really want that getting slept. Maybe even like honestly, I think phasing it is fine, because the only thing he could do is just sleep me or go for like Infuse Ray if he's that kind of player. So I'll just phase it. Destiny Bond, okay. Aerodactyl comes back in. Again, unfortunately, we can't really hit this thing. Like we don't have anything to hit it, and he might go for like a fire move. So this Aerodactyl is coming back, and I'm not really a fan of that. I guess for now I'll just keep phasing it. So he is gonna go for sub. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We see Lax again. I think what I'm gonna do is start cursing, just to see what else they do. Okay, so we're gonna get our curse off first. They go for Earthquake. Doesn't do a whole lot. I feel pretty confident just phasing it, so I will phase it. Just to see what else this Aerodactyl does and what else he does here. So I think this is safe. I'm really curious about why he went for Destiny Bond there. Maybe he thought that I would just attack him right there, but I don't really need to attack him because I don't know what because I don't know what he's doing. So he's gonna go for Curse now, which is kind of too late. He should have did that like a little bit earlier. Um, so Mischievous is back in here. Earthquake won't kill it, but it will keep it very low. I could also just keep phasing as well. So I think I like phasing because we'll probably just do it again. Pain split. Okay. So Lax is back. I think this time I'm gonna go for the Earthquake just for more damage. If he does go for Curse, good play. I mean, fine. That's fine on him. Don't really mind that too much. Yeah, Earthquake, Curse, probably Body Slam and something else. Okay, so Steelix is gonna take a lot of damage from this. This is gonna be good damage, very good damage. Pretty much, or right there. So I could go for another Curse, or I could just phase it in case he wants to go for Curse of his own. Which is likely. I'll just phase it. If he goes for Earthquake back, then fine. But he does go for the Curse, so we can just phase out that Steelix. And Lax comes back in. I can just Earthquake again, as Steelix is basically dead. And if he does go Arrow, we just keep phasing. So I know this isn't the most exciting game, since nothing's really going on, but Steelix is phasing. But again, I want to take my games as slow as I can, because I'm definitely not proud of the way I've played my games recently. So we actually Earthquake it and kill the Steelix. I don't know why he switched it there, but alright, so that's dead. He goes Arrow now. I'll just phase it because we'll keep subbing or Earthquake me. You know, I don't think he has a fire move, so we can just keep phasing that. Mischievous comes in. I'm gonna start cursing now, and we're gonna keep phasing because as long as that Aerodactyl does no damage, we can just keep phasing it around. So yeah, Arrow comes back in. Just keep on phasing because he's not doing a whole lot. I guess he could waste my Earthquakes or waste my Roars, I guess. So Aerodactyl still is kind of a problem, but not like a what's the word? Not like it's dangerous or anything. Eventually, I'm gonna have to make the Arrow the closer play and just start surfing. I'm gonna keep phasing. He'll go back into Arrow. We get more chip on Mischievous, which is good. We're gonna keep phasing him. Because I think it's still relatively safe. And again, the chip damage is definitely good. He keeps going for Destiny Bond. Again, I don't need to do this play, so I just keep phasing. Because again, his Earthquake isn't doing a whole lot, and eventually I'm gonna be able to put him in the position where I can just go Cloy here. So we get Zapdos. Okay, so now I'm really confused at what this is. Now I'm really confused. HP or Hidden Power is actually physical in this generation, so I don't think Hidden Power Ice is going to do a lot to me, but I could be very wrong. I'm just going to scout anyway and just go for it. I'm just going to go for the Roar anyway and just see. Okay, no, never mind. So not HP Ice. I think it's like other Hidden Powers though. It would be like Hidden Power Rock, Hidden Power Fighting. Like some of those Hidden Powers are actually more physical. Well, actually no, the move is physical, but the typing of the move is like special, I think. So that's why HP Ice can still do a lot to Steelix anyway, despite it being what's the word? I can't think of the word. Despite it being the way it is. So I'm definitely in a rough spot now. I would like to keep phasing, but now I don't think I really can because he's got these two like flying immunities here. So it's really tough for me to actually Earthquake anything. So what I'm thinking about going back into Cloyster and just start surfing. But I want more damage on Lax first before I do that. So I'm going to keep phasing. He is going to Earthquake again. Zapdos is back. You know what? I'm just going to Boom now. Just get rid of the Zapdos. So we get rid of Zapdos, which is good. And now at this point, we should be able to beat him with Zapdos plus Cloyster. So if I were my opponent, I'd probably go into Arrow now. Or maybe, actually no, they probably go, actually I think Rhydon's fine. Yeah, Rhydon's fine here. I can go Rhydon here pretty safely. Okay, well not safely. Not safely to be exact. I'll just go Zapdos here. Since we'll just Earthquake now. Oh, he cursed. Okay, so that means we're faster. Let me get the Thunder that. We should be faster than this. So he kind of made a misplay there. Okay, so he does go Lax. So Lax should get to a kill if we land. Yep, that's about a 2 KO, I believe. So all we have to do is land this next one, which we do, and that is an almost dead Lax. And unfortunately, he'll be able to rest that off. So he's still going to be able to make a comeback. What I'm going to have to do is just start phasing again. So unfortunately, we didn't get the roll. I think maybe if I cursed him again, or if I went for phasing again, I might have had a better shot, but it's fine. We're still like in a decent spot regardless. So I'll keep phasing. Even though I would like to go for curse soon. Okay, arrow's back. I'm gonna curse. If he goes for curse of his own, fine. At that point, we can just keep phasing anyway. So earthquake shouldn't do that much. He goes mischievous there. We're gonna keep phasing. Again, not really sure what this mischievous is doing, but I don't think it's doing much to ride on. Because again, it didn't do anything to Steelix, so I doubt this is gonna do anything. So he's gonna do that. I'll earthquake now. It should do some decent damage to it, but not like a ton. And he will wake up here, so he'll be able to wake up and get off his next curse, or get off a curse here. Goes mischievous and dies, and I think we pretty much win with Rhydon. So yeah, that's pretty much that, I guess. Arrow comes in, probably gonna go for curse of its own. I can still slide anyway. Goes for earthquake, and slide should kill if we land. Slide should kill if we land. Like, I'm not gonna put my hopes up yet. Just gonna go. Okay, so he's gonna sub now. We're gonna start phasing because he's gonna keep subbing. See, I think that's probably the best thing to do here. Yeah, so there he goes. And I'm just gonna curse now because we'll keep subbing here. And we just keep phasing. That seems like the best thing right now. So he goes lax there. And now I can just earthquake here. Actually, he might go back into arrow, but I think quake is still fine. So lax is basically dead, and he has to go for his recovery, which he can't really do because earthquake did so much damage. So we're gonna slide in case he wants to make a switch, but yeah, he's gonna rest there. And slide's doing way too much damage, and it's basically a 2 KO now. So I can just keep sliding. Also, another thing is that's actually gonna hurt him is that if he goes for curse, he's gonna be around. He's gonna be like very slow to the point where, Rhydon can just 1v1 it. So yeah, he can still sub and everything, but at the same time, I think I just keep cursing, cause no, I think cursing is fine because he will. Oh, okay, he gets a crit. That's definitely a problem. That is definitely a problem. He just got that, so he has a chance to bring this back now, unless we actually can get our rock slide off, which we do, and that's GG. So GG's to my opponent. Definitely a weird game here, but we managed to beat him, and that's gonna be that. Again, like when it comes to GSC, or I guess like how I'm starting to relearn it, I definitely think that I should take my time. I should definitely take my time and just like see what my opponent is doing, because as you see, this is not a typical GSC team at all. Like, this is just some random stuff. But stuff like this can definitely catch you off guard. So something you got to be prepared for. Well, I mean, you can't really be prepared for it because you're not going to expect it. But I think what I'm trying to say is you should save your pieces. Save your pieces so that way you can use them to checkmate your opponent. That's how like GSC is, or that's how GSC should be looked at. But again, I didn't do very well for PPL and didn't take that into account. So we beat my opponent there. I'm actually going to switch the beat too, because I always get this beat and it's always like long as hell. So let's go with this one. So yeah, I'll see if I can get another game, and let's see if we can how well we can do for game 2. All right, so we have another game. I'm getting games pretty quickly actually. I don't usually get games that quickly on the ladder, so I wonder why GSC is getting so popular right now. Maybe it's a certain YouTuber. I'm kidding. Okay, Umbreon lead. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that Umbreon's gonna be. I'm assuming that this might be some kind of stall team, maybe. His Umbreon is very known for being on like stall teams because you want to have like a suitor or I mean like it's supposed to like you're supposed to have like some kind of suitor which can remove Gengar. So that means that he's probably running like a Monolax most likely. Um, or it could just be like a mean look kind of Umbreon, which could also be a problem. Um, I think okay, this is definitely interesting. Um, could also be like some charm stuff too, because Umbreon does get charm in this gen. Um, as much as I would like to get a Cloyster in here to start spiking, I'm kind of afraid of the Tauntic too. I think for now, just Double Edge and see what they do. So they go into Tar right away. Okay, so they're running Double Dark. Now I don't know what to expect. And now I don't know what to expect with the Umbreon plus T-Tar. All I know is that this looks like a team that gets messed up by Machamp now, or even Heracross. Heracross would be pretty good against this team. But again, there's only 2 months here so far, so I can't really make that deduction yet. I think what I want to do, I kind of want to just Double Edge again. I forgot to get them to have fun. I kind of just want to Double Edge again, just to see what they do next. If they're gonna start cursing, then I can still phase it around with Steelix. So I think Double Edge is fine. Okay, so they are gonna curse. And this guy is getting overconfident now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that confidence down from him. He's gonna curse there. We're gonna phase that. HP. Okay, I guess it's HP Rock. Oh, not HP Rock. Probably HP Fighting. Okay, interesting. Might be HP Fighting just based on that damage. They did a lot. Okay. So Umbreon, Tar, Zap. So curse Tar with curse HP Fighting maybe. It has to be HP Fighting because it looks like. Huh. Okay. So then this isn't the suitor. This is the suitor maybe. Again, I'm not gonna try and like make all these deductions, but I'm just trying to like wrap my brain around what my opponent's doing. So they go for HP Ice there. They're probably gonna go for. I mean, they should definitely switch back into Tar. So I could make the Cloyster player even go back into Steelix. I kind of like Steelix a lot more here. So I will go back into Steelix, and they do go back into Tar, which is what I expected. So what I could do is just Earthquake here, and I think I will do it just to get damage. He is going to HP Fighting, and we're going to get our damage here, so that Tar is going to get worn down very quickly. I could probably stay in here and do it again, but I don't want to take any more HP Fighting damage. So I'd rather go. I think Cloyster can actually beat that Tar now since it's already in the range, or it should be around the range I needed to be in for Surf to kill. So let's see. Cloyster versus Tyranitar. Okay, Surf does 46 to 55%. So we're in a decent range to where I could actually Surf it, and HP Fighting doesn't do a whole lot to me. And they're pretty much forced to go for it here, so I think Cloy is fine, so I will go Cloy, but they make the Zap play instead, so that's fine. I could make the Steelix play again, so I will make the Steelix play in case they want to go for Thunder. But if they go for HP Ice, it is what it is. They do Thunder, or Thunderbolt actually, so that means that Lax has actually an easier time against this. So what I can do is go back into Lax here, as like an HP Ice here, and I can just Double Edge, since again, we can see that their Tar probably doesn't have, if it's Curse HP Fighting, then maybe it doesn't have Rest, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that yet. I definitely think Double Edge is still fine, so I will do it. Does go Umbreon there. Umbreon takes a lot of damage from that point. Again, not too sure what this Umbreon is doing, but I feel like it is Suit. It'd be like Umbreon doesn't get Wish in this gen, right? I don't think it gets Wish. I'm pretty sure it doesn't get Wish. I know it gets Heal Bell though, but oh no, it does get Heal Bell in this gen. And Wish is like a Gen 3 thing. So, or Gen 4. I don't remember which. I think it's a Gen 3 thing. Okay, so Umbreon, really all I can do is just Charm. Charm and maybe like BP. Or maybe like Curse BP, maybe. If he wants to be that guy. But I definitely see this thing healing itself. So I'm going to go Cloy here and start spiking now. Because I'm going to start pressuring him. Reflect. Okay, now I don't know what's going on. I could Toxic the Zapdos, but it doesn't really matter that much because the Zapdos is probably going to be, what's it called? It's probably Rest Talk. So I'll just spike anyway. Okay, so he's gonna go for what? Okay, I see what he's doing. I'm gonna Taunt here. Um, I mean, it's not gonna matter. I mean, he is gonna BP. Okay, never mind. We don't even get it. So that's really bad. Because now the Zapdos is coming here. And Double Edge is gonna hurt a lot. Or I mean, Reflect. That Reflect is definitely a pain. They could make the prediction, but you know what? I think I have to go Lax anyway. So the HP Ice there, just 19%. That's okay. He only has one more turn to Reflect anyway. And I could probably still play around this. So I'll go for my rest here. Thunderbolt's going to do 33%. That's a lot of damage. But we're still okay. So I can just go for my Sleep Talk here and hopefully we get a Double Edge. 33 is still a lot though. We do get Double Edge, which is great. So we keep it a little bit lower. However, we still have to play around like Thunderbolt and everything. I don't really want to deal with that. That's definitely a problem. That's definitely a problem. I could go Rhydon actually, if I want to make that prediction, but I feel pretty safe just going for it again. And we could also still get a rest as well. And yeah, 33 is still like a pretty strong roll though. Reflect, Baton Pass, Growth. This is not a typical team. This is definitely not a typical team at all. This guy is probably just starting out or maybe testing something. But he seems to be playing like relatively well though. I'll go for my Double Edge again. Hopefully we get the roll. Okay, 37? What is that roll? Yo, 37? Oh my good. Yeah, I have to go Steelix here. Okay, so I could boom. But if I boom, then Tar becomes an issue. And so does, like, it's very tough to play around that now. I'm probably going to have to boom it. I think I have to boom it, but I have to boom it. And he gets a crit. It was HP Water. Okay, so, wow. This is not good at all. This is not good at all. I didn't think, wow. Okay. I'm going Zapdos, and we're gonna have to Thunder him and actually land it. We know he's HP Water at least, so there's that, which means Thunder. If we get this off, this will definitely do a lot to him. Okay, good. Can we get a Para? We can't. Oh man, the fact he's HP Water is so bad. The fact he's HP Water is so bad, and I can't really switch that well. Wow. I got hit with the tech. We need to win the speed tie. Okay, he goes Tar there. I don't know why, but okay. So he's giving us a chance to make a comeback, which I don't really agree with. I will Thunder here, and we do knock out Tar, so he gets punished for that. I guess he's going to try and phase around again with Umbreon. Or try to pass again with Umbreon. I could see it. But he's going to be in the range where Thunder should kill anyway, so I felt like he made a misplay here. I definitely think he made a pretty big misplay. Because Thunder should knock that out. It should. Let's do some calcing. Let's see. Zapdos versus Umbreon. Umbreon has very good Spadef, but I don't know if it's enough for it to live Thunder. Let's see. It's at 32 to 38%. I'm going Rhydon. We're just going to phase it since he'll go for his rest. Okay, so this can't do anything to me. I'm just going to phase it. Go Smeargle. Okay, now I really don't know what's going on. And they have a Gengar too. Alright, we're playing some weird stuff here. We're playing some very weird stuff here. They have a Smeargle, they have a Gengar, and they have a Zapdos. And it's like Baton Pass stuff. So that means that they probably know that this is probably the other Baton Passer. And their Destiny Bond as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. We get to Thief his lefties, which is good for me. I'm going to Thunder here. They Thunderbolt. They do 33%. We Thunder, and we crit them. You know what? I think we take that. I definitely think we could take those. Zam. So there's not even a Lax here. Okay. So this is still dangerous because Zam is like, or because Lax is so weakened. This is still dangerous because this Zam can actually just end game me. I definitely think I need to keep Gar still because it can still outspeed the Zapdos and knock it out with Ice Punch. I can still boom the Umbreon as well. But Psychic is very tough to play around. I think at this point I have to sack Cloyster and then maybe try and get a safe switch in into lax afterwards. Um, Even though, wait, no, I can actually wake up after this, so I can rest up. So I'll boom here. He does go for psychic. I can go back into lax here, as I should be able to wake up here and get my rest off. So I can rest here, good, and I can sleep talk here, and that'll force him to go into Umbreon. Which means I could go back into Gar too, because I don't think you want to, or not go Gar, probably go into Zapdos even, or even Rhydon. But yeah, you don't stay in here very well. So I'll go for my Sleep Talk. He goes Smeargle. Okay, he's risking it. He's making a very big risk here. If this dies, it's over. Yep, that's dead. And I think it's a wrap now. So see, he got a little too cocky with the Tar in the beginning when he said he was winning. But that was not the case for him. We can just go for Sleep Talk here. I mean, he's going to go for his own Sleep Talk. So it's fine. I will go for my own. And we still get our double edge off. We can do it again. And Umbreon's going to come in here, take a lot of damage, which is great for me. I can do it again because he's only got 2 turns left. And yeah, that's going to be... I think he wakes up on this turn, or is it the turn after? Because it's 2 turns that you have to take up. So I don't think he's going to wake up here, but I might be very wrong. Nope. Okay, that's dead, and that's GG at this point, because Zam's not going to beat us. Zapdos has to waste his Sleep Talk. So he did not... He did not... Well, here's where I think he messed up. I think he did really well with the Reflect Umbreon. That was very crazy. But I definitely think that he should have kept his Tar healthier. But it seemed like it wasn't a rest Tar anyway. So I don't know. I don't know what to really say about that. But I guess that's GG. We can just double edge this. Ice Punch is not going to do that much unless he's trying to get a freeze on me, which he did try, and he did get it. So that's definitely a problem if he gets it again. I think I still have to go for it anyway, and hopefully he doesn't get it. That's all I can really go off of. But yeah, he messed up not counting his rest turns. But again, when you're on a team like this, like, what do you really expect? There's no Tar, there's no Lax here either. So Lax just 1v1s this team, even with the Tar. So he has to get another freeze, which he doesn't get, and Zam takes too much damage. And I can just keep going for this, because he's trying to get it again, which he doesn't get. And now what I can do is go into Gar and just boom it, or even go into Rhydon, just Rock Slide, and that's going to be GG. So we beat my opponent, and that's that. So that's that. I don't think I'm going to do another game. I think 2 is just good enough. So that's going to be that for this GSC Showdown Live. Again, I'm going to try and take games a little bit slowly, and just, again, take my time with my games. This week, I actually will be recording my matches for PPL, so I already have my matches already up here. For again my matches for how I played for GSC. I'm not gonna do the RBY ones because I only played 3 games for PPL for RBY. So I'm gonna talk about these 4 games and just make my analysis on what I could have done better, and how I could have controlled the game, or I don't think the word's control, but really just, I guess, tackle and iron out these issues that I had while playing. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably record it on Wednesday maybe, or I'll probably upload it on Wednesday and just talk about how I could have played differently in these PPL games and whatnot. So yeah. Again, I'm gonna take my time with my games more, and just actually analyze what my opponent's doing and just what exactly is going on in their head. So yeah, again, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and comment on the video. Again, letting me know what your favorite rock type is. I know Rhydon didn't get to do a whole lot in this vid, but it is what it is. We didn't really fight the most competitive players either, but and we definitely got hit by that Umbreon tech. Yeah, that's that. Again, be safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you in the next Pokemon Origin Showdown Live. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, also again, a little unrelated, but I hope you guys enjoyed the Street Fighter vid I did yesterday. Well, recorded yesterday, but it went up today, or early this morning. I wanted it to be up for Sunday, because Street Fighter Sunday, that's what the whole thing is. But yeah, again, you guys will see this team again when I talk about the Oibaf game, and I'll just talk about what I could have done differently. The team is also slightly different too, because I was talking with Cherry afterwards, and also Zakuro, my coach for the Dragoons, or I mean the coach of the Dragoons. the Blackthorn Dragoons. He basically, like gave me this idea with or I mean, he helped with the idea of the Gar with Thunder or with Thunderbolt, but he forgot to tell me to add Thunder to it, which Thunder would have been much appreciated. Same with on Zapdos as well, because in the Oibath game, I actually had Thunderbolt on both of them, and they didn't really help a lot. But again, that's gonna be all. When we get there, we'll talk about the games and just analyze it. Um, but I have decided that as of right now, I'm probably not gonna go into any GSC tours I feel like until I feel like I understand this metagame better, and that I can still like adapt to how I've been switching between different tiers and everything, or different metas and everything, and just adapt to like the play style in GSC again. Because again, my play style for GSC beforehand was a little bit more relaxed, while for PPL I was kind of too frantic in how I was playing, and just played too aggressively. So we're gonna tone things down a bit. So yeah, that's that. Again, be safe, watch your hands, and I'll see you in the next Pokemon Origin Showdown Live. Peace out.